I want you to remember this abbreviation, PRSC. The P stands for prep. You see, to be successful with anything in life, you have to prepare. Like if you are training for a marathon, you have to commit to months of prep. If you're training for a high rocks, if you are training to become a mother, you have to take 9 months of pregnancy to prepare for motherhood. You know, by prepping every single thing, then you set yourself up for success. Plan your entire week's workout schedule in advance. If you are working with a personal trainer, that is perfect actually, because they do all of that for you. In fact, they even give you nutrition advice. So get you a personal trainer. So by prepping everything, prepping your workouts, prepping your meals, it helps because you don't want to find yourself in a situation where you don't know what to do. When you don't know what to do, you are more likely to fall back to your default settings, and that may look like not going to the gym, not eating what you're supposed to be eating to get you the results that you want. So if you prep your meals on Sunday, then you know when you are hungry on Monday morning, this is your breakfast, and your breakfast will look like oats with boiled eggs instead of Cocoa Pops and a chocolate croissant with coffee. You know, so you set yourself up for success. Even at the gym, there's nothing as terrible as walking into a gym, an unfamiliar environment, an unfamiliar space, and you have to do the mental work of trying to figure out what to do. But if, say, you have a workout program, a structure and routine that you can follow, you can just go in there. It will help with your confidence, essentially. You just go in there, you follow what's on that plan, you get your workout in, knowing that following that structure will get you the results that you want. You don't want to look dumb. You don't want to look like you don't know what you're doing, because that will add onto your discouragement. I normally prep my meals on Sunday, so I will batch cook my rice, batch cook my protein source I have for the week. I batch cook those and I literally just put them in the fridge. And then the R, routine. This is low-key tied with prep. So if you know that the things that cause you to fall from your fitness/fat loss journey, what those things are, then you have to remove them from your routine. Like swap things around. If, say, on weekends you normally go out with your friends to meet up, if your friends also want to embark on a fat loss/fitness journey with you, you guys could decide to not go clubbing, to not go out for dinner and all those lunch and dates as a way to meet up and like socialize. You could instead go for hikes. You could instead go to the gym together. You know, like change up your routine. I know that when I started my fat loss journey, I almost like lost contact with all my friends, both my friends online and friends in person. With my friends online, we would like do video calls every now and then, but in those video calls, I couldn't do that because then I would need to meal prep or be getting my sleep in. So it's like, if you could use the very first week or before you start your fat loss/fitness routine, if you could just use that time to work on creating a solid routine, then you set yourself up for success. It's not about just curbing cravings and not eating. It's about really just changing your entire life and making your life fit into your goals. So work on that routine. Also with routine, it's like, it's really important for you to work on a routine because you will find that it eliminates that opportunity for excuses. Because I know that when you haven't established a routine that is going to make it possible for you to have your fat loss journey, it's so easy for the excuses to like slip in. You'll be like, oh, I did not meal prep because I did not have the time. Why did you not have the time? I stayed up late the night before because I was socializing with my friend, or I did not go to the gym because I got off work late. But it's like, if you know that you're someone that gets off of work late, how about you work during your lunch break, or you get up earlier, you know, join that 5 a.m. gang. There is always going to be a bit of a sacrifice in everything. Like, if you want to lose fat, I'm pretty sure there is something that is in your daily or normal routine that you are going to have to shed and let go of. So figure that out by creating and putting together a routine that will work for you. Get your sleep in. Sleep is low-key a cheat code to a successful fat loss journey, because sleep is tied to so many things. If you don't get enough sleep in, the chances of you battling those cravings the very next day is like so much higher than what it needs to be. If you are tired, you will have perceived hunger, you will think you're hungry, and you will most likely crave sugar because your body's not rested. It needs that energy, and what is the energy source that is easiest for the body to like digest and break down? It is usually carbs, and the simplest form of carb is your glucose, is your sugar. And a lot of us, when we think sugar, we hear biscuits, we hear muffins, we hear chocolate, croissants, and that is me. You can get that sugar craving out of the way by simply getting your sleep in. Then you will wake up the next day feeling energized, and you are more likely to stick to your meal plan. You are more likely to wake up craving that steak and eggs for breakfast instead of Cocoa Pops, you know? So get your sleep in. It'll make your skin glow as well. Like, you will feel rested enough to get those workouts in and really just lock in on those, because exercise will help you achieve your fat loss goals, and it's good for the mind, it's good for the body. You know, get active. And then the last one is consistency. All of these things that I've mentioned already can only work if you are consistent. So you can't just lock in on that workout routine for just 1 week or that meal plan for 1 day. In fact, on your week 1, don't even think about the changes that you are going to experience. But you should know that if you are going to eat whole foods and just drink water and hydrate yourself, you will feel some benefits almost immediately. Like on day 3, you will feel more energized, you will feel less bloated and everything. But don't focus on the fat loss then. Just get it out of your mind. Imagine that you are embarking instead on a journey that will make you glow, that will teach you self-love, that will teach you discipline, that will teach you patience, self-compassion, and all those things. Forget the fat loss part, because with fat loss, it's like you have it's like what's that formula? A straight line, a linear line formula. That y is equal to mx plus c. So for y to change, you have to have a constant, yes, and that is your meal plan, that is your sleep, that is your workout routine. And then there's the x, and that is you. That is you being consistent, that is you putting in the effort. For a while, you are going to be putting in that effort, putting in the consistency, keeping everything constant, and that is your meal plan, that is your water intake, that is your sleep, that is eating whole foods and cutting out ultra processed foods. And your why will not change. And the why is your body, it's your dream body, it's the fat loss, it's the result that you want. But that does not mean nothing is happening, because it's like the more, like, small inputs compound. The more you put in, slowly you are changing your X, which will affect your Y, because everything else is constant. And eventually the X will have put in so much consistency, C, that the Y will have no choice but to change. And that will be your fat loss happening. And it will almost feel like an overnight thing. Like you will keep going for 3 weeks and then suddenly your clothes don't fit anymore. It's a game of faith and trust and consistency and believing that you can do it. And I believe that you can do it. I mean, I did it. You can do it, and it's not that deep. You just have to change your mind and simply lock in on the fact that for the next 8 to 12 weeks, this is what I'm going to do, come hell or high waters. And for you to do that, you have to establish a routine, you have to prep, you have to get your sleep in, and really just be consistent. It's a game of consistency. Any and everything works, yes. But I know that with whole foods, cutting out ultra processed foods for a while is the best way, in my opinion. I wasn't starving. I wasn't feeling tired. I wasn't having crashes midday because I was under eating. I was able to get all these foods that I could eat, get the nutrition required for my body to sustain the lifts, to sustain my workouts, which allowed me to make the gains that I wanted and really just shred fat and hold on to as much muscle as I possibly could. And here we are today. Like, you can do this. You really can. You just have to believe, make a decision, and just go for it. Any and everything that tries to get in your way, say it is your ex who's like, no, I know you said you're on that diet, but you better not lose that ass though. Like, that is toxicity. Cut him out. Cut him out. Like, you can't be listening to stuff like that. It will get in your head because it can get quite difficult. You know, there's times where you will experience body dysmorphia thinking, okay, I am losing fat, but why is it that I'm losing fat in my legs before everything else? It's like, that is how your body was designed by God. And so if you are consistent long enough, everything else will eventually drop the fat as well. Some people drop fat from their belly first, and some it's their face, some it's their arms. Do not let that dishearten you. But for you to lose overall body fat, you have to be consistent with whatever it is that you're doing for an extended period of time. I believe in you, baby girl. You got this. And yeah, so if you feel like, okay, Mzwakazi, I am ready to start my fitness slash fat loss journey, but I don't know what workout routine to follow. I don't know what to buy when I get to the grocery store. I don't know what to eat. Like, help me. I got you. You could literally click the link in my bio for a free 20-day fat loss program. Set you up for a successful fat loss journey. So in there is a grocery plan that I followed back in July, and there are some prescribed workout routines for the gym. I think it's mainly for the gym. So hopefully you are someone that has a gym membership, but I think you could do a lot of them at home as well. Click the link in the bio and get yourself a free 20-day fat loss program. Be sure to like this video though. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Like the video, subscribe, follow my socials, interact with my content. Let me know how that fat loss journey is going, and also just let me know what else you would like to hear from me that will set you up for becoming that girl. Because not only do I know that you can become that girl, I also want you to believe that you can become that girl, because you are that girl. And so you have to do what that girl does. Anyways, that was today's video, and yeah, signing out. I'm sad.